welcome. If you're watching this live on YouTube, then be in the chat. Talk to me so I can talk to you. If you're following this on Twitter, then welcome to a Twitter live stream, whatever the hell you call it these days. And if you're watching the watchback, welcome to the watchback. Just like the video. Today, I want to talk about a couple of things in this market which are now really, really, really interesting because we had a long time in the market where we had a chance to prepare. And it seems to all now come together. And the market is now going to show who prepared and who was the sideline that this time was different kind of person that's now having to witness a bull market without having any exposure to fuck it up again next cycle. These are two major differences. And I want you to be on the right side of it. We need people to be wrecked. Of course, we need people to be wrecked in order for us to make money. I just don't hope that that's going to be people from our community. We have been here for a while now. We deserve this. We deserve it. So, yeah. Welcome. Wait for some people to get in. In the meantime, I want to go over what I want to talk about today. I have somewhat of an agenda instead of my ADHD brain just talking about everything that comes up. First, I want to talk about Bitcoin. And I know Bitcoin boring, but let's be honest, without Bitcoin, your not so boring altcoins wouldn't exist. About making new highs and the continuation of this bull market, because in my opinion, there is still bull market left. I want to talk about the potential fact that it's going to be a 2017 cycle all over again, and how similar it looks so far. About the USDT dominance, one of the most interesting charts in crypto at the moment, which I'm going to show you. This is setting up for either a huge bear market or a huge bull market over the longer term. Potentially about Trump sucking the liquidity out of altcoins, because that's what I hear a lot. Trump coin released and now my altcoins are going down. Is that because of Trump, or is that just because you bought the wrong fucking altcoins? Well, I already kind of gave you the answer, probably. About the total crypto market looking really, really, really bullish at this moment. I want to talk about alt season 2025. I've been discussing this for 2 years. We're now at the point. What I predicted 2 years ago. And now should be the time where it comes to light if this is going to happen or not. How to position yourself right now, because there are charts you can take a look at. But there are also a lot of wrong charts you can take a look at and still get wrecked in a bull market. Winners versus losers. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, we need losers in order for other people to win. And the fact that we hear a lot of people say that I'm not making money, it's not going up, it sucks. That's good, because I guess that these are the losers. And of course, we need them in order for us to keep on making money. I want to TA some coins and do a small Q&A looking at the chat section to see what your guys been talking about. I will try to answer every single chat today if it's not getting completely out of control. But I don't expect so. Most of you guys just have a job, and the ones that don't, hey, I mean, you rely on all this crap right here just like me, so let's do it. So let's talk to each other. So I see some people in the chat already, and I will let this one be here for a while. I am ready for the bull market. We all are, man. We all are. Let me get my head somewhere else. Like this should work. We all are ready for the bull market, and it kind of already began, of course, right? The bull market is already there, but not in the way that we want to see it. And I think that a lot of people are now giving up on that thought, and that's always what happens before the bull market happens. So I'm excited. So yeah, 75 people. Hey, for me, I'm fine with it. Like I'm not like I didn't try it anyway to clickbait you into this live stream. So I guess I'm gonna take what I have right here. So let's talk about Bitcoin, the new highs, and the continuation of the bull market. What the hell, man? Bitcoin is looking good. So what we basically did is we were hovering for a while, right? Just like we did in the whole last year, basically, but on a smaller time frame. We were holding these lows of around 90K. And it's funny because 2 weeks ago, Bitcoin was making a new low. And I saw some comments here and there from people saying like that it's over now because we were making a lower low and bear market inside, and it's all crap, right? And now 2 weeks later, we're up 22%, just made a new all-time high for Bitcoin. It seems like Bitcoin is more of sweeping lows and then going up instead of making a lower low and then go down. Now, since we made an all-time high, Bitcoin was in somewhat of a downtrend for the last month. We found a high. We got rejected right here. We got rejected right here again just a week ago, a couple days ago, actually. We broke it, retested that level, and mooned out of that level like it was nothing. We had like a 7K candle in half an hour. Dollar wise, the biggest candle ever for crypto, ever. Right now, of course, these like in 10 years from now, a 1% candle will already be the highest candle. Right, like now it already is. So because the price of Bitcoin is going up, of course, but still the moves are kind of crazy, and sometimes people they get kind of scared, like what, it was down and now it's up again, and what's happening. And I feel like, man, this is just the volatility that a bull market offers, right? Going down really hard, going up really hard. And to be honest, on a shorter time frame, above 1.7, 1.6.5, bullish, right? But that's shorter time frame. On the stochastic RSI, we're pointing to the upside. So I don't expect this to be a pump and back down again. I wouldn't be surprised if it keeps on going up a little bit. Now, if you look at the stochastic RSI on the daily, we are in the overbought territory. If you look at it on the weekly, we are nicely in the middle. However, if you look at it on the monthly, and this is where it gets quite interesting if you ask me, because I don't like, sometimes I say like, hey, bull market coming, and the next day we're down 2%, and I get comments like, oh, you were wrong. Look, I'm not in to make to invest today to make money tomorrow. Of course I want that, but I'm in for the rest of the bull markets, right? So I look at the larger time frame stuff. And on the larger time frame, this looks really exciting, if you ask me, actually, right? Because if you look at the stochastic RSI, in this mid-cycle rally that we just had, the stochastic RSI, it was overbought, and we came down and we cooled off, but it didn't get like oversold or anything, right? We just found this midway right here, and we are now starting the next leg up. Looks a little similar to last cycle, right? Where we had the bottom, we had that mid-cycle rally right here where Bitcoin went to like 14K, and we cooled off on the stochastic monthly all the way down to 4K. Was a huge sell-off for Bitcoin and crypto, and then it started to go up again, and that was the trigger for the bull market, basically, right? And that's what we are seeing right now. It's pointing up. This is by far not to be identified as a bear market or whatever. This is bullish as hell, right? So if you feel like, oh, the market is overheated, look, you can try to wait for a better entry, maybe doing some short-term shorts in the market. But overall, I would say it's in the middle of a raging bull market. You can get wiped out immediately for trying to be bearish. Like next year, you have all the time to be bearish. Don't try to outsmart the market right now. Everything is saying that we go way higher. Not just the charts, right? But everything. The macro is looking good. The S&P is looking good. Trump coming in right now is looking good. The net liquidity is still going down, right? So the net liquidity is actually something that's pretty helpful at the moment that it's going up, right? And this is still going down right now. Bitcoin doesn't give a crap because Bitcoin is not much of a gamble, basically. However, altcoins, and we'll come back to that, are following net liquidity, right? They are following it precisely. And the net liquidity won't be going down forever, of course. So at a certain point, the money will flow from Bitcoin into altcoins. And that's what a lot of people now don't believe, because we are at the bottom for altcoins on the Bitcoin pair. So, of course, there's fear in the market, but hey, that's the time to buy. That's how it works, right? Mm. So, Bitcoin on the shorter time frame now breaking out, right? Made a new all-time high. Bitcoin on the longer time frame looks like, if you look at the stochastic RSI where we are right now compared to the last bull market, was kind of here, right? Here-ish. Was here when Bitcoin was like 15, 20K, like just at the end of the halving year, right? Beginning of the poster. So this was all ahead of us. And now it looks like to be kind of the same. That's all ahead of us. So you cannot be like, you should not be bearish, right? You should not be bearish. Keep adding, by the way, in the chat or in the, yeah, in the chat, right? I will come back to that in a second. So ready for the bull market. I think you made the comment that ties it all together, right? Like, it is a bull market and it is looking good. And now it's a matter of the money rotating, and we'll come back to that. So might this be the 2017 cycle all over again? Look, probably not until the end of the cycle, because in 2017 Bitcoin did 111x. That would put Bitcoin well over $1.5 million this cycle. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it is also not really likely, right? So when it comes to that, no. However, so far it is following 2017 pretty fucking perfect, actually. And that's a really good sign, because 2017, as you may know, was an insane bull market. Was an insane bull market. Right now, of course, diminishing returns, this and that. That's what I said. It won't follow it until the end of time. But there are a couple things that look pretty similar. If you look at the logarithmic regression band for Bitcoin, we were in this green band, the lower band, for a long time. Look, it's very simple. Let's not overcomplicate things, okay? For the next bull market, I will make a video with a guide for the next bull market that will fucking help me a lot, right? And I hope it will help you. But one of the things that is very simple is, guys, green is buy, period, point, right? Like, green is buy. And you might say, like, well, yeah, then you're buying at 100K. Yeah, apparently, but it's still look. I mean, here Bitcoin went all the way down to like $2, right? And here in the green, it was 24. It was like 12x higher. You may have been like, yeah, you're buying the top and you're buying so high. Yeah, eventually, look, Bitcoin is designed to go up, right? It doesn't need a reason to go. It just goes up. So eventually, if you're in for the long term, 100K, 150K, 90K, who cares, right? This will go higher. Now, what's cool is that I look like, when did we leave the lower band, the green area in the last markets, right? Here, we left it at the end of the halving year, right? December 2020. Very similar to where we are right now. Here, we left it in May 2017, so somewhat later, like 4 months later than now, right? But also compared to a 4-year cycle, pretty on track. And in 2013, we left it in February. So this shows that around this exact time is when Bitcoin starts to go from the buying zone towards the selling zone. It doesn't mean you have to sell right away when we leave this. There's a lot of time in between. Right, so there are basically 3 things that you do. Green, buy. In the middle, don't do anything. Right? Red, sell. And then in the middle, don't do anything. And then repeat, repeat, repeat. Don't touch altcoins. You need 2 cycles, only Bitcoin, and you will make a ton of money if you apply that. Right? That's as simple as it is. Now we're there again. Right now, I don't want to throw price predictions necessarily, but I don't see a reason why Bitcoin price-wise or time-wise is stopping anytime soon. And according to this, and I've been saying this for a long time, and people were laughing at me, and me myself was also like, "Wow, it is a lot." Then again, every single Bitcoin price prediction that looked like a lot, it did more, right? Here at the bottom at $2. Yeah, if somebody would have said like, "Hey, next bull market we will be sitting at $1,000," yeah, fuck off, right? Well, here we go, 500x, no problem, right? So now what I am saying at this moment, hey, could it do it 3x maybe? Look, I mean, by the end of 2025, the upper band is sitting between 3 and 450k. And that I know it sounds like a lot, and it is, but then again, name one bull market where we did not come close to the upper band, right? So, and this is diminishing. So we still have a long way to go. That had nothing to do with 2017. One other thing why I think that it's looking like 2017 all over again is because it's looking like 2017 all over again. If you look, the purple line is where we are right now, and the orange line is 2017. We have been following 2017 precisely until the day of today, right? And I know I said this many times, and every single time, this didn't matter where we were, people said, yeah, but now it's going to be different. But today, this is where we are, right? And again, this will, of course, eventually decorrelate. But yeah, the question is when. The longer we follow it, the more gains we make. In fact, this point right now in the cycle is where 2017 started to go and have its real first parabolic move, as you can see right here. And it happens to be now exactly when Bitcoin had a 20% pump in just a week. For Bitcoin, that's crazy. Right, so 2017 looking pretty similar so far. And the question is, how long will we follow that? Look, if we compare it to 2021, also like it is somewhat similar, right? But we are like 2021 was going way harder here. Here, 2020, well, this cycle was going harder, so we had to cool down for a long time, and people thought that it was over. While in fact, Bitcoin was just like, hey, let's get back in line. And once we cross right here, started to go up again. Like it's really cool to see uh, how things are always not different, and people always trying to convince themselves or somebody else that it is, right? So far, it's not. It's not too late to say to yourself, like, okay, it's not different. We have bull market to go, right? Next, USDT is setting up for a huge move. Now, this is really spectacular, if you ask me. Look, for Bitcoin, we can say, like, hey, price discovery, right? Hard to charge. You can throw some FIP extensions, etc. But how high can it go, and where can it maybe being rejected? But there is a chart that shows you something more, and that's the USDT dominance chart. And this is the chart. Now, first off, if you look on the daily for this chart, then you can see what the hell is this line doing here. Go away. If you look on the daily for the USDT dominance, you can see that we were in this rising wedge megaphone horn thing. I don't know how you call it. I'm not familiar with the terms, right? But we broke to the downside. That's bullish for crypto. Money was flowing from USDT in coins, basically, right? But now this green line is being the biggest bitch in this whole market, because this is the one that's holding us back from having a parabolic bull market. And if we eventually break this, it's gonna rip. If you look at the weekly, you see this green line, huge support, huge. if we overlay Bitcoin, and we'll get back to altcoins, but when I say Bitcoin, you can think about altcoins as well, right? And we'll talk about the money flow from Bitcoin to altcoins later, because that's going to be, I think, freaking legendary. Like alt season, it's going to take so many people off guard. Like, we don't have enough believers anymore, so it's ready to go, right? But if you look at this green trend line, the USDT dominance bounce here. That was exactly at the March top last year of this cycle. Now we are there again. Now Bitcoin is sitting way higher, right? And that's mostly because altcoins were higher over here, and now that money flew into Bitcoin with the same amount of money here. Anyway, this level is a pretty big level for the whole crypto market. And once we start to break this level, then I see this white line that I've drawn over here as like we will have stops along the way, but I see this white line as the huge support. Now the thing is that if you look how far that's from where we are right now, it's about 34%, right? 34%. If you take it from, I don't know, somewhere in October until now, that's around the same, right? So if you look what Bitcoin did from October until now, that's, oh geez, that's there, by the way. That's here. 80% gains, right? So when we get this move again for the USDT dominance, last time that percentage move happened, Bitcoin gained with 80%. Now it takes more money to pump Bitcoin right now, so it won't be 80%, but let's say 60, seeing Bitcoin well over 150k. Yeah, and then it depends, like, hey, is that money again going to Bitcoin this time, or is it going to flow to other coins in the crypto market? And that's what I want to talk about in a while, because the altcoin market is in my opinion, like I said in another video, or I will be dead wrong, or I will be right, because this was all too freaking easy and we will really make a lot of money, right? You might feel like, oh, it can be that easy. Well, so far it is. So let's not ignore that. After this section, I will first go into some comments. I think it's quite interesting. I see some people saying Trump sucking the liquidity out of altcoins. And I feel like, nah. Is it really? Trump coin is now $10 billion. It's now 50 billion fully diluted. It is absolutely crazy what happens right there. Why? Let me know down below, like, why would he release a meme coin? Why? I don't see the reason. You will probably say it anytime, but I don't see a reason for Trump to release a meme coin. I cannot figure it out. I can, of course, speculate like, oh, this might be it, that might be it, but I have no idea. Weird. Anyway, yeah, $10 billion of circulation. Look, if you look at the altcoin market right now, if you look when the Trump coin got released, it was the 18th at 3 at night, give or take, right? Somewhere around here, was here, right? So if you look where the altcoin market is right now compared to when that coin got released, look, if you never knew about this Trump coin and just looked at the altcoin market chart, you have no clue that something like of that proportion happened, right? Because based on this chart, you cannot see, right? So is it sucking the liquidity out? We had a small correction of 8% and it got bought up again. Like, it's a bull market for altcoins. Like, these numbers are nothing weird. So I don't really think that the Trump coin has that much of an impact on the rest of the crypto market. If anything, it will only bring retail, newer people to the market, like the people that weren't in crypto, but maybe Trump fans look like, oh, I can buy a Trump coin and I can do it with credit card or whatever. Let me do it. Let me suck that orange. Look, like, yeah, they will do whatever he does, right? And I don't think it's gonna hurt crypto in any single way. Um, Let me see somebody. I want to go over a couple chats, and then we'll go over the altcoin market, because yeah, again, this is not the time to be bearish, guys. Like, really, please, 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 please. Somebody said, would you do a portfolio analysis in the future on YouTube? Yeah, join our Telegram. Let's set up a Q&A right there, and then we can do it live on YouTube, so we can set it up. Alt season, when? We'll come back to that in a while, so stay tuned. But I think that you won't be disappointed, at least from what I expect. They just killed alt season by releasing a second Trump coin. So dumb. Look, with this newer coin, Millennia or whatever, I don't know what the hell they are doing. All I know, they cannot touch alt season or the crypto cycle by releasing two fucking meme coins. Crypto is bigger than that. They cannot cancel a complete, like, don't try to think that a whole cycle pattern and a whole cycle phase is getting completely wiped out because of the release of a single coin. That's definitely not true. There is no alt season. Maybe not. Maybe not yet. And we'll come back to that. There, either it started in November or it starts very soon. One of those two. I'm confident about that. You caught me live. I'm gonna work. We'll check later. Okay. Hi. Bye. Let me see. Ethereum TA2. Yeah, I will talk about Ethereum because I think also Ethereum is getting one of my biggest bags. I think that Ethereum is a great buy at the moment. And that's because a lot of people say now that, Solana is doing well, so Ethereum is going to die. Okay, so Trump coin is doing well, so sell all your other meme coins as well. Like, it's not the one or the other. And again, people are now really getting overloaded with emotions, narratives, and news, and they don't look at charts anymore. So many people said the top was in, but we just put in a new all-time high. Yeah, but people said that the top was in before the post-halving year are retards. That's just what it is. Short Bitcoin. Now, you can try, like I said, to make a quick short on maybe a short time frame, low leverage, whatever. That's always possible in any kind of market. But overall, look, I mean, Bitcoin can go down and you be like, you see, I was right. But just as well, Bitcoin goes up, really. It's in price discovery, right? So it's a little dangerous at this moment. You shouldn't give up because of a correction. Trump coin cannot kill alt season if you can't prioritize charts over news. We've been over this. Yeah, in fact, that's what it is, right? Like, there's always in every type of market a piece of news, like bullish or bearish. Now we have a president releasing an altcoin and people try to fucking think that that's somehow bearish. Like, what? Like, ignore news. Ignore news. Rule number one: ignore news, ignore emotions, and ignore your wife during crypto, and then you will be fine. But if you go with the news, you will get yourself wrecked 100%. Shout out, man. Thanks for regular viewing everything. Okay, a couple more chats and then we'll get back to the content and then we'll do more chats. Where do you see the value with AI agents and low cap projects right now? Only pump and dump, or are we able to hold throughout the bull? I think it's a mixture of both. Actually, I think that there are. Hey guys, I think that there are a lot of pump and dumps in crypto at the moment. People, they go from narrative to narrative to narrative. The big narrative was meme coins. Then the big narrative was AI agents. Now the big narrative is anything that has something to do with Trump. The next time it will be something else, something else, something else. And that will always be the case. That was the last cycle. It was as well. We had DeFi, ICOs, NFTs, whatever, gaming. We had it all. But in the meantime, we still had Bitcoin making new highs and money flows from Bitcoin to high caps to low caps. So hold quality, trade, fucking speculative bullshit, I would say. So I'll get back to the chat in a sec. Now, the total crypto market has a bullish pattern. Let me wipe that off already, because that's just what it is. If you are bearish on this market, you should look at the charts. To be really honest, we had the all-time high in 2021, right? We broke the all-time high in November last year, so 2 months ago, just 2 months ago, right? We retested it twice, and now we are like, usually these patterns, they look like this. Just saying. Okay, so I cannot, really unbiasedly, I cannot look at a chart like this and be bearish, right? Again, if this, let's reverse this. If this was an altcoin, I will look like, oh, that altcoin is crashing. Oh, there's a dead cat bounce. Oh, fuck, support broken, retest, this is gonna crash. I would be selling the crap out of the rest that I still have in this altcoin, right? However, it's reverse, and this is the total market. This is really looking really bullish, really bullish. So can be mad about that. Cannot be mad about that. Now let's talk about altcoins and alt season for 2025. And this is where it gets fun, because this is exactly the thing where it shows, like, are you the one who's going to make money, or are you the one that thinks that it's going to be different? Because these are the two people in crypto. The people that thought this time was different, let's be honest, they have never made money. Never. And yet still people try to do that. Just don't. Here, let's go to Bitcoin. Here, people said, market is bearish, Bitcoin, crap, 15K, it's going down more and more. Cap all around you, you know. Bearish. Not much later, like 2 years later, Bitcoin is almost 10x. 10x. The market can change that fast. And for altcoins, it is exactly the same. It's not different. Don't try it. Well, we'll come back to this, winners versus losers. And I'm going to give you some real honesty. And I'm honestly going to tell you, yo, what's up, come in, man. I'm honestly going to tell you not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. And what you need to hear is that you will probably be a loser because you suck. That's just what it is. Sorry. But that's really the truth. And I want most people in this community to not suck, actually. But I tweeted this before, like, there are people in this money making, or in this market making money, a lot, right? But there's also you who's not making money. But the last time I checked, we were in the same market. So the only answer could be that you are doing something wrong if you are not making money. So let's talk really about the winners versus losers. And I will try to make a video with days and days of research about my real full guide on how to handle the next cycle and every step on the timeline that I'm going to make and the mistakes that I want to avoid. Because I see a lot of people making mistakes right now, and it's just a shame. It's really a shame. So the next chapter, like I said, now, alt season 2025. Okay, let me start off. Nothing is guaranteed, but we have chances and statistics, and crypto is all a gamble, right? If it was guaranteed, then there wouldn't be high returns, then there wouldn't be any returns, right? It's also not a guarantee that Bitcoin is going up, but it's really unwise to bet against it, right? And for alt season, it's kind of the same. Money rotates. That's what it is. I know ETFs, they hold like what, 5 to 7% of the Bitcoin supply. That's not going to stop an alt season. That's not going to stop the rotation. Trump releasing a meme coin is not going to stop the rotation, right? Nothing is just going to stop. Degens are powerful human beings, pieces of shit. And it's like right, and it can really change fast. It can really change fast. Okay, and you have to understand the psychology, I think, of how this moves. People, they see something going up and they get in, right? That's what it is. And you can see it right here very, very, very clearly as well when it comes to the retail in crypto, right? Bitcoin is low, retail nowhere to be found, right? Bitcoin makes a new all-time high right here. A month later, retail is in full masses, right? They will step in as soon as something goes up, right? Bitcoin started to run and it kept on running. As soon as one domino falls for the altcoin market, then you'll know what happens, right? So let me make it very clear. This is, in my opinion, written on the wall. And the only thing that's standing in your way are your emotions, your timing in the market, or your patience. Right? That's it. So when talking about alt season, let's first talk about the altcoin market itself, right? Because a lot of people think altcoins going up is alt season. That's not really true. Altcoins outperforming Bitcoin is alt season, and therefore this alt season will probably be so nice because altcoins won't outperform Bitcoin percentage-wise more than last cycle probably, but they will outperform a 110K up to whatever the hell Bitcoin is going to be versus a Bitcoin at 20, 30K, right? So it doesn't need to outperform a lot for altcoins to completely explode anyway, right? And the example that I gave earlier, and I will keep on shoveling this into your throat, is XRP. Like XRP is mooning, right? It's doing incredible. Well, in fact, XRP is not doing that fantastic. It's doing okay, right? It's sitting at all-time highs. But it's only because Bitcoin is sitting at 110K. Because if you look at XRP on its Bitcoin pair, it still has to go up with 8x to get back to its all-time high. So if anything, XRP is not at all doing great. But it's just because an altcoin is doing somewhat well against Bitcoin while Bitcoin is sitting over 100K. That makes an altcoin on the dollar pair completely explode, right? And that's what we are about to see with the whole market. And even way more than that, because XRP is one of the highest cap coins. Takes a lot of money to pump like this, right? You are probably not in coins with billions of dollars of market cap. Yeah, they need a fraction of what XRP did to have the same results. A small fraction. The altcoin market itself on the dollar pair, in my opinion, is quite interesting. I mean, we have the lows here in the last cycle. Then we hold it somewhat throughout the COVID crash. Here again in the last bull market, we found this in the bottom again in August 2024. And this is actually real big major support. And we are far from that, right? Now we also have this resistance level right here. Once we break this level, which will be around 500 billion, then the parabolic move will start, in my opinion. Because this has always been the level for the altcoin market. Here it was the major resistance after that big blow off top in 2017. It was also support in 2021 after we had that epic crash, and it was resistance in this mid-cycle rally. And just 2 months ago or 1 month ago again, right? Eventually we will break it again, right? Now the question is, on the short term, what do we do? Well, on the short term, the altcoin market is making lower highs. It's also making higher lows. The bull market support band comes in right here at this level as well. And the altcoin market just made a higher low on the really short time frame. So it looks like the bulls are starting to get into control again. So short term, you'll never know what happens. We need to break this wedge, whatever, it's not a wedge, but we need to break this pattern. Then that $500 billion level, give or take, And I think then we're gonna go parabolic if we do something like this, maybe retest and then go up, and then we can go really high, in my opinion. Now, again, alt season is not necessarily where that happens, right? Alt season, like I said, is what altcoins outperform Bitcoin. And then we have this chart, and this is what makes people, on one hand, shit their pants, and on the other hand, it should comfort you, right? Because I don't know how many times I said this. It's the beginning of the post-halving year. At the beginning of the post-halving year, last cycle, we were sitting at the same trend line right before we get into alt season, right? At the beginning of the post-halving year of the cycle before that, we were sitting there as well right before we got into alt season. Now, same trend line, same timing in the market, same sentiment in the market. You don't want to know. Look, you can look on Twitter, 2020, November, December, right? Look for altcoins. And look how many people here said altcoins are dead. Haha, you stupid fucks. I'm capitulating, I'm selling. They sold right before the biggest run for altcoins. They like that was terrible. And I literally see the same happening right now. Right now. This is what it is, but it's happening right now. These people here thought they were smart, right? And they're here now also think they are smart, right? And guess what? Maybe they're right this time. But what's there to miss out on versus what's there to save? Risk rewards. Okay. Be a little careful with that. So, and a lot of people are now, I think, bearish or scared, whatever. I think more scared that altcoins are now sitting below their March highs, and that's true, right? I mean, well, some altcoins, right? Here was a March high, right? But that's mostly because in March, this whole period, altcoins outperformed Bitcoin a little bit, right? A little bit. While Bitcoin was sitting at what, 40K, right? This was the Bitcoin run up from 35K up to 70K, right? And altcoins outperformed Bitcoin a little bit. Can you imagine if altcoins start to outperform Bitcoin like they usually do while Bitcoin is sitting at 110K? That difference is going to be made like this, and it's going to be huge, right? You are not going to need all these risky low cap altcoins to make big returns. I expect the AVAXs to do insane numbers as well, to be honest, because again, it doesn't take a lot with the current money that's in Bitcoin right now, right? Altcoins on the Bitcoin pair are sitting at the bottom, at the lows right now. So once this thing starts to go up a little bit, it's already party on, right? So yeah, I don't know how we can be bearish on this. Actually, I don't see it. I honestly don't see it, and therefore I'm now in altcoins. I'm not seeing what I want to see. I see this, and therefore I position myself according to that. That's what you should do, of course, right? Now, there are things like the Bitcoin dominance, right, which we want to see go down. That has no use if you look at the Bitcoin dominance itself, right? Because if money from Bitcoin goes into USDT, yeah, the dominance still goes down, but that's not necessarily beneficial for alts. So let's look at the dominance without stables. Yeah, I'm not really bullish on this right here, right? I mean, this was in a rising wedge, which is already a bearish pattern. At the beginning of the post-halving year, cyclical wise, we do break down, and we are now below the wedge. And we make a lower high and a lower low, and it's all like bearish right now, right? Which is good for altcoins. This just takes time to play out. Just takes time to play out, and therefore, if you are feeling stressed or whatever, don't blame the market. Blame yourself, right? The market is showing right now, hey, Bitcoin goes up, money flow exists, right? We already have XRP running and all these older coins, so that's already happening. The altcoin market on its Bitcoin pair is sitting where it's supposed to sit at the exact same time of the market where it's supposed to sit. And we have a lot of people disbelieving it. What else do you want? This is like everything we need, right? So again, I want to go over a couple of things in the chat, and then I want to talk about how to position and how you can be a winner, but what the reason is that you are probably a loser. Sorry for that. Like the video anyway. Let me see. 89K was the bottom. Could be. Yeah. I mean, you can never be sure. Therefore, I am careful with saying those things, but it doesn't seem unlikely to me that it was. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so somebody said, when the fuck will low and mid caps get a relief pump? Kind of just showed you the charts that I am looking at. So that's mostly this chart, right? You do not want to look at altcoins on the dollar pair. Don't, right? Otherwise, you're gonna make a mistake, because if you look, for example, at AVAX, you can look at this and be like, oh yeah, it's freaking already up 350% from the bottom. It doesn't feel good to buy right now. Yeah, this was bear markets, right? We're now in a completely different stage of the market. We're not going back here, right? Look at AVAX on its Bitcoin pair, because AVAX is up, right? Or Bitcoin is up. So we only need AVAX on its Bitcoin pair to be up a little bit, and AVAX on the dollar pair will rip hard, right? Now, if you look at AVAX Bitcoin, this is a chart there where I feel like, okay, this may be an interesting point to buy right now. You watch all my streams. Thanks. I only did like 3 in my entire life. Appreciate you. There will be an alt season. Yeah, in my opinion, it's likely. I mean, there's literally not a chart that shows that there won't. The only thing that's saying or showing that it won't is the emotion of people, and that's exactly the only thing that you don't want to listen to. What are your thoughts on virtuals? I see that being the best AI agent infrastructure. Yeah, I like it. I'm not going to buy it. I feel like if you bought it earlier, then nice. But it feels like now you're buying the top-ish. To have fund to buy ETH. Don't know exactly what you mean, but yeah, about ETH. I think Ethereum is great right now, right? Again, same thing. A lot of people say it's dead, while it's probably not, right? Ethereum is just down on its Bitcoin pair, like it is every cycle. But look, last cycle, Ethereum was down with 89% on its Bitcoin pair and it didn't die. This time it's down 64% and people are already scared that it's dead. If it was really dead, then it would be at least down more than this cycle while it wasn't dead, right? So makes no sense. So yeah, Ethereum is a great buy in my opinion. Could it go lower? Yeah, but I don't know. This will get a hated rally, I think. I definitely think so. Yeah. Oh yeah, somebody has speculation. The reason Trump released a meme coin, days before the inauguration to send a signal to the crypto community that he's serious about making the USA a leader in crypto, strategic reserve, etc. Yeah, but you can also just create a strategic reserve. You don't need to release a meme coin to convince people a couple days before you have to do your actual job, right? Like that doesn't really make sense to me. I don't know. Maybe that's it. I have no idea. I don't think so. Why the fuck does he make a meme coin, man? Look. I think important question is, when will the alt season music will stop? When will you flip sentiment? What do you mean? When will the alt season music will stop? Well, when will you flip sentiment? Are these two different questions? I don't know. I don't think I understand your question, but I'm gonna answer it anyway. I think the alt season music hasn't begun for a lot of people yet. Like there's nothing here yet. And at a certain point, we will be sitting way higher again, and people will then do the other way around, right? They will say, alt season is never gonna end. And then I will always be the dickhead that says, hey, sell your altcoins, and I'll still will be hated. So that's what it is. But I think that trading against that sentiment is the best way to do. What's your plan if alt season doesn't come? Surely there's a sign on the chart or a time period when you just sell and get the hell out of the market. Um, well, what I will do is let me try to see if I can keep it there for the people that are just coming on. I'm gonna put my head a little higher right here. Yeah, that's better, I think. Okay. So what I will do when alt season doesn't come? Well, first off, I think it will come. So you have to believe in something. Second, yeah, then I make less money than expected. But look, I'm not relying on it. I have been making money this entire time without any sign of alt season. And you just have to work harder, right? And at a certain point in the market, I will look at my back and be like, okay, well, that's it. Let's sell and let's try again the next market. Like, yeah, bummer. But this is very hypothetical, in my opinion. This is very hypothetical. It's the same as saying, like, hey, what will you do with Bitcoin if there will never be a bear market? Like, it's cyclical. I expect it. Yeah. Let me check. Will you please give us some prices where to sell CeDeFi? No. Because one, that's basically asking for a price prediction, and I don't know where this might go. I really don't know. Look, CeDeFi can go to $5. It can go to $30, right? And it sounds incredible. Oh, it's 170 right now. Again, look how low CeDeFi is in liquidity compared to coins like XRP or whatever. And if XRP can already pump 6x like it's nothing when it bounces a little bit against Bitcoin, I can imagine that CeDeFi can completely explode when it bounces really hard against Bitcoin. So I have no idea. I am more setting my targets time-wise, right? By the end of 2025, I want to be out of the market. And maybe the sentiment by then is like, extended cycle. First, everybody was talking about a left translated cycle. And now they may be talking about a extended cycle. I will keep saying what I said. I think end of 2025, and then I'm out, like whatever the prices might be. And with Launchpad tokens, it's a little different because, again, if you look at CeDeFi in the last cycle, and this is an exceptional token, as I don't hold the CeDeFi token to make money with that token, right? The price go up and sell. I hold that token to participate in lunches. And if you look at the last bull market, yeah, if you would have sold, let's say, around Q4 in 2021, you may have missed out on the 700x that Blocktopia made. About around this 650x of Mousehound. Right, like all these big releases right here kind of all happened end of 2021. So I don't want to be the one that says like, oh, it's November, I'm selling my CeDeFi tokens, and then all the multiple 100x IDOs are coming. That's not what I'm planning to do. So this is one of the fewer tokens that I might hold too long, actually, and I'm really okay with that. When Ethereum TA, well, I mean, look, Ethereum is very simple right now. I'm buying. Ethereum is looking good. At this trend line, this diagonal, I'm buying, right? If it gets there. And that's the big question. This horizontal of around 44,000, 4,100 is the big resistance. At a certain point, it will do where it's going. But let me tell you what, I think this is going to break out soon. One reason for that is, again, cyclical behavior. If you look at what Ethereum does, if you look at the monthly returns for Ethereum, right? Look at 2017, Q1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well, not Q, like no 6 quarters, but month, right? The first 6 months of the halving, the post-halving year were green as hell. 2021, the first 4 were green as hell, right? So at least Q1 cycle-wise is very bullish for Ethereum. So yeah, I'm not saying that it will do another 80% or whatever, but going deeply into the red all of a sudden, I don't know about that. So yeah, I think that Ethereum is a great buy, whatever, right now as well. Because if you look at Ethereum, Bitcoin, then I've had this box drawn out for a long time, and it just made a lower low in this area still. And I think this will have a, like I said, a real hated rally this year. So yeah. Somebody said I am down. Did the doctor tell you that, or is it your portfolio? I don't know. And I'm gradually returning to neutral around this time. Um, you mean your portfolio is down and you're now playing even? That could be. Then you bought pretty close to the top, I think. And yeah, let that be a lesson, because look, if you are down in the altcoin market right now, we are up 400-ish% from the bottom, and we are down with 20% from the top. So if you are down right now, you pretty much bought top. So that was probably led by emotions and etc. etc. Just don't have those. Can you take a look at Tau, Render, and Prime? Yeah, I can take a look at some things, and then I want to talk really shortly about how to position winners, losers, and then the rest of the chat. Tau, Render, and Prime. Let me get there. In the meantime, how's the weather there, guys? I don't know where you live, but it probably doesn't suck like this. Where's the... Jesus, yeah. Tau. Looked at it. Yeah. No, I mean, look, if you the big, like, very simple TA, right? But this whole area for Tau right here between 350 and 410 is just strong since the beginning. So if you can get it around that level, great, right? No guarantee that it won't go down, but that's a great buying level in my opinion. Render, same for where we are right now, $6-7. Like, I don't want to make it like too complicated. Actually, like, this is just a strong level. So a lot of altcoins are now in a good buying area, in my opinion. And Prime has been outperforming quite decently, I think. Yeah, Prime, I will wait with Prime a little bit, maybe until it gets to around, yeah, in the area of $8 to $10. Worst case scenario, somewhere at this trend line, right? That's now sitting at 7, but yeah, Prime currently $13. I don't know. Strong chart right now. Actually, this has a real good community, and this is not from perfectly. Yeah, if you have no position, I would say this is the time to DCA, and you will in a couple months probably have more money than what you have right now. If you already have, then maybe just keep on waiting a little bit longer. Now, again, how to position yourself for what I think is about to come, and let me put it like this: how am I positioning? So there's now Trump releasing an altcoin. We have ETFs. We have a very strong, actually, macro market. Stocks doing well. Did I mention that Bitcoin is almost at 110K? Everything is looking really good, and yet people are bearish right now. Yeah. Okay, so that's already one thing. That, like, be bullish. Be bullish. It's the time of the market to be bullish, actually, for the rest of the year potentially. Right? I'm not buying Bitcoin myself. It has been outperforming altcoins, but yeah, I mean, the time to be in Bitcoin was this whole time basically. Right? It's not that you, like, if you look at the last market, People were bullish on altcoins here. They got completely wrecked. Alt season started. Oh, fuck no. Okay, fuck it. Let's buy Bitcoin if they would have bought anything, right? And then alt season started. So we are at the bottom right now. I'm buying alts. Mostly the alts that I'm buying right now are Launchpad tokens because they are having some great IDOs lately, and I think they will be the big outperformers in this market. I don't go off of hype too much. I traded here and there. I bought that Trump coin a little bit and I sold it again, but it's not that I'm putting my life savings into things like that. So how to position is, in my opinion, it's not hard. I'm not gonna tell you like, oh, 10 altcoins to buy. Right? And everything eventually will go up. Knowing what the market is looking like and at what stage of the market we are is way more important than having a list of 10 altcoins, which is clickbaity enough, of course, way more interesting. But yeah, if you buy them at the wrong time, then what good are these altcoins, right? So my plan, how to position, be in alts, DCA, and wait. And if it goes down, whatever. And that's where we come to the winners versus the losers, because there are like a lot of losers in crypto. I've lost a lot of times as well. And number one thing is that I now see a lot, and I actually find it funny. But I now see in Telegram, etc., or sometimes in a YouTube a comment like, "Oh, the altcoin market it's taking a hit," right? And I look at the market and I be like, guys, it's down 20% from cycle highs. It's up 400%. The fuck are you talking about? If you cannot accept the fact that altcoins sometimes go down 20%, then the altcoin market just isn't for you, right? How do you step in a market where you expect major upside, but with the least possible downside that you see, you are starting to complain? Like, then trade stocks. Don't expect these returns then, honestly, right? And this is where a lot of losers versus the winners show. Here, people did not have the conviction, the money, the balls, the whatever you want to call it, to buy into the altcoin market because it was down, right? Oh, it's over. And that's fine. But if you do not invest here, then what's the upside here? Right? And then you're gonna revenge trade because then the market is going up and you'll be like, oh, I didn't buy here, right? But it's now up, so let me now buy it because now there's certainty, and then you're buying the top again. Therefore, first you have to destroy your emotions first, otherwise you will not make it in crypto, right? If it goes down, then you must be like, okay, down, sentiment is bad, everybody's telling that it's over, prices, it's all red, let's get in. That's the only way you will be rewarded if you are here, right? And there will be a big rally, in my opinion, this year, and it will let a lot of people off guard because a lot of people, they this time also try to think that it's over and it's not going to happen. They've been calling that for a long time, but in the meantime, it has been happening the whole time already. And some people are still saying like, no, 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 no. And they will look back in a year from now and be like, oh, yes. Like, don't be like that. Again, don't be a loser right now. The emotions, don't have them. Patience, do have it. And news, completely ignore it. Everybody is now fascinated about Trump. And I saw somebody say somewhere, I don't know exactly again, like, it's because of Trump that caused the bull market. Bro, we were predicting bull markets at this time 2 years, 5 years ago already, because that's a 4-year cycle. And now it happens. Yeah, news, narratives follow price, right? We were supposed to get it, but now people finally understand, like, oh yeah, this is the reason. Yeah, whatever the reason is, doesn't really matter. So ignore that, right? And again, to be honest, you're gonna get wrecked probably if you watch this. There are not gonna be a lot of people in this, and like if there's $1 million to be made right here, divided over 10 people, there's a good chance that one person walks away with $1 million and all the other 10 people lose. Right? The win ratio, it's not, crypto is not like, hey, we can do this together. It's player versus player, right? So don't try to be like, okay, yeah, like I want to do this together with this community, but let's be honest, we're gonna dump our bags on everybody possible, right? People are gonna get wrecked because of us. That's what it is. We're gonna sell as high as possible. Yeah, who's gonna buy there? And the people that don't understand this, what I'm saying the whole time, right? That these are gonna be the losers. And again, if you are in the camp of it's not happening, my altcoins are not going up, alt season is not going to happen, Bitcoin has stopped out for the I don't know how many years time, then there's a good chance that you are the loser, right? There is nobody in crypto ever that said this time will be different and they made money off of it. Never, right? So don't try to be a intelligent I don't know, don't try to be smart, because we might be smart but not that smart to outperform this worldwide market. So yeah, winners versus losers, guys. Sorry, but there will be a lot of losers in this market, and probably some of us as well. It's just what it is. Okay. And if you are ever again complaining about the market, eventually you did not press the buy or the sell button at the best or the worst time ever. That decision is what you made, not the market, not Trump, not your favorite influencer, not nobody, right? You decided to do something because of a certain reason. If you fuck it up, it's your fault, right? That's simple. That's like how an adult life works, right? So yeah. I hope XRP, Bitcoin, XLM, HBAR explode. Is this a comment from a year ago? They have been exploding, right? They have been doing very well. I hope if you hold them, I hope that they will go up more. But they have been doing very well so far already. And you said BNB as well. Nobody talks about BNB, but BNB is actually on the low always outperforming everything, right? BNB is making new highs after new highs after new highs. It's doing better than most altcoins. I mean, if you look at BNB divided by others, that's I think something you can look at. Yeah. Then let's take a look at this. You can see how BNB is doing compared to the rest of the top 125, excluding the top 10. You can do this with any coin, right? And overall, this has been in a pretty good uptrend. So interesting. Yo, you're live. Oh, really? Shit, thought I was talking to myself. Somebody said, if a 70-year-old billionaire president of the United States is pro-crypto and has its own meme coin, what do you think that signals to TradFi leaders of corporations and companies? Think about it. Yeah, I don't know how they think about it. It somehow triggers them. But then again, welcome to 2025, where we have freaking crypto. These companies and these whatever, they had 15 years to step in. Now the president is doing it, right? We all had a equal share of time to get our own bags. So yeah. Could there be an alt season without an Ethereum pump? Yeah, could be. Definitely. I mean, I so far we haven't seen that yet, but it's possible, right? I mean, again, if you look at others on its Bitcoin pair, others is everything outside of the top 10, right? So also no Ethereum, and this thing has always pumped, right? So actually, it always kind of already happened. Just Ethereum always went with it as well, but it could be that Ethereum this time doesn't do it. I think it does, but it doesn't have to. The bottom is 0. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to be really autistic about it, then yes. But a lot of coins won't go to the bottom in that case. Actually, everyone should start to take profits if they can. Take a little here, a little there, a little there. Yes, of course, right? Um, and that's a big mistake that a lot of people make. They have faith, right? Like they're supposed to have, but they don't take, like in this pump right here, the altcoin market went crazy. But they were like, oh, diamond hands. Diamond hands up in your ass. What's the use of diamond hands? Like, what buys you that? This is the most retarded like thing ever, right? Diamond hands. You can buy anything for that. So take your profits, of course. Make sure to, because that always also takes your emotion out of the market. If you have 10k total, you say you saved a lot of money, you worked for it, you had your, I don't know, mother assassinated to, I don't know what you did to do it, to get it, but you have 10k and you put it in crypto and crypto goes up 2x and you still feel like, oh no, maybe it goes up more, maybe it goes down. Take your fucking 10k out. You have no loss. It will be impossible for you to lose. You will be surprised how many emotions you take out with it. That's fantastic. Someone asks, Chat GPT. No, I'm Menno. I don't have the answer to it all. Thoughts on Popcat and Mark? Technical wise, baby, I'm not the best person to ask about meme coins. I don't in look. I made money without investing in meme coins, so therefore I feel like, oh, nice, right? Like I have some meme coins here and there. It's not like that spectacular. Um, but can you give me coffee? Nice. He's Dutch. I don't know why I ask him like that. But no, I'm not the best person to ask for meme coins when it comes to narrative. One, because there's no narrative. Two, because I know I'm the living proof that you don't need meme coins to make money with crypto. Then again, they're all charts and they're all fucking scams, right? Every single coin out there, including memes. So Mark is, yeah, I mean, if you want to buy it anywhere, then this is a good point, and that's a fact. And ooh, if you want to be careful with Mark, you want to be careful with it because it's now sitting at big support, which is either a great buy or a great buy, right? It can go down 70% from here to find its next big 60 support level. The narrative could be that people see the Trump coin and they move their meme coin money from there to that Trump coin. But overall, meme coins often have big corrections in a bull market. Here, that a casual correction of 70%, right? Here now it has a casual correction of 60%. Yeah, these usually are not thanks. These usually aren't the best times to buy, the worst times to buy. Popcat, USD. Let me take a look at this. Bitstamp usually has some good history, I think. That was wrong. Popcat USD. Let's go with freaking Kraken. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Let's not do this. What the hell? Is it meme coin wrecked season? Popcat. Oh, I had some in my portfolio. I have a fat loss. 70%. Whoa, pop wrecked. Let me check. I bought the top, admittedly. Yeah, that's the thing about meme coins, guys. Like, it can make you a lot of money, but this can also go down like retardedly hard in a bull market. And therefore, now I feel like, why would you? It's a bull market. Why take extra risk? You don't need it. Yeah, if you want to buy it anywhere, I mean, this whole level of 40 cents is not nothing. So if you want to gamble on it, fine. But yeah, again, you're taking a lot of unnecessary risk. So yeah, Trump bought Ethereum yesterday. Look it up. Well, I can look up the charts. He didn't bought enough, apparently. You haven't bought enough. Are you a believer in the meme coin super cycle? I need to just to check Google what the hell people mean with the definition of a super cycle. Because in my opinion, a super cycle is something that's extended and that lasts longer and that's gonna completely overtake, etc. What is a super cycle? Because in that case, fuck no. Super cycle, period of strong economic growth, beyond what communities can supply. Super cycles can last years. Oh yeah, no. It usually it just sounds like a bull market until this last piece can last years. Then no, I don't believe in crypto super cycles at all. Um, no, sorry. Um, in the middle of the hype, I get that people think like, and with that moron tweeting about it all the time, meme coin super cycle, yada yada yada. Dude is getting dragged up in emotion and hype at the moment, and no. Mhm. What do you think of the AI meme coin goat? That also was a little wrecked, if I understand well. Goat. Let me check. Goat. Man. Oh, damn. Yeah, guys, this is thing like I don't know, man. It's so risky. Like these meme coins, they pop hard, and then people feel like, oh, but it's actually fucking retarded, useless piece of shit in crypto. Crypto is already useless enough, right? Then they realize that, like, hey, how much money is in such a coin? Like ridiculous, $1.2 billion. And then it goes down. It has no utility to fall back on. And once the hype is gone, meme coin is gone forever, right? So I find this really hard to call. Yes, it can go up. Yes, this can be a great buying opportunity. But logic says, not logic like, yeah, I'm logic, record, chick, but I mean logically thinking, it says like, there's no reason for this meme coin to go up, but there's no reason for any meme coin. So I don't know. I'm not the right person to ask. I'm really not the right person to ask, actually. Um, Sell it in November. Altcoins in general. Yeah, it could be a decent time to get rid of crypto. Hello, Menno. Don't you expose my real name, Duel. Do you think Near can reach 50? Nearly. Let me check. Near's now $5-6 billion market cap, 50, 10x, 60 billion. Yeah, I think it can. Yeah. I think we need a real good alt run for that. But yeah, it's good, definitely. AVAX top out soon, $280. Soon, I don't know. It depends on what you mean with soon. Soon, somewhere this year, end of the year, maybe. Yeah. Why I don't need to expose my account right here. Let me check. Stupid piece of live stream shit that I am. AVAX, come on. $40, 15 million billion dollar market cap, 280. Yeah. Good. Like I won't expect AVAX to go much higher, but it's possible. Yeah. If you had to put 1K in one coin on this dip, what would you buy? 1K on one coin. If I had to do it, like these are hard questions, right? If I had 1K, I don't give a shit, right? So I can buy the most risky thing ever, in the hope that it will do 100x and probably goes to zero. If you just have 1K and it's a lot for you, then you should not do the same. So I get the question, but there's no real answer for it without wrecking people. But if I have to pick a coin with these, yeah, I'm gonna say it very biasly, but I would say Web3 whales because I know what we're gonna do this year. I think that we will have a super surprising pump today. Living Retail with their money on the sidelines, winking we are bearish. I I think we already had that bump, but we might see more. Could be. I I think we had the an exaggeration. How do you call it? Pump already a little bit, and it's maybe like the Bitcoin halving, right? Where it's coming up, people are anticipating towards it, but when it actually comes, it turns out like, eh, and it's not really short term doing anything, right? Although it has a longer term effect. Might be the same thing right now. I don't know. These kind of things are hard to call. Did you check the ETH chart? Yeah, it's a nice coin. I think that if we are down here, great buy. If we get there, this is the area where it's going to get hard, 4100. But given the seasonality of Ethereum, given the bullish trend line of Ethereum, given the fact that Ethereum Bitcoin is sitting at some good support right now, I think it's going to do well. So yeah, what do you think of Degen? Nothing. Um, Actually, I don't know. It exists. I don't know. I think the it had its moment. It had a lot of hype right here. Base was coming. People were like, I need to buy something on base. So Degen, right? Now we have the whole base ecosystem printing money left and right. I rather buy things like Aerodrome. Mhm. Will banks in the future really use XRP? I really doubt it. I don't know what to think about XRP. Nobody does. XRP is the weirdest shit ever, bro. I tell you. Like, ah man, XRP is there's one of the strongest communities. Can't lie about that. It's also the coin that shows that it's not worth to hold it for always, basically. Then it pumps really hard, then it dumps really hard, and that's understandable because people are waiting 7 years for a fucking coin to pump. So when it finally does, they're selling off, right? They have to wait again, pump, sell off, wait again, pump. So, but nah, if it will ever be used, it's good. But by the time banks are starting to really use crypto, there will be probably something better than XRP and less centralized. Um, Which launchpad to buy with 10K or less? With 10K or less, I would say look at Gains Associates. Delesium, yeah, love the project. Still holding my notes. So I'm not gonna shill it to you because it feels a little unreal to do that. But I think it can go to 10 cents and be a great buying opportunity right there. Gaming, AI, big niche, good team. I love it actually. Therefore, I bought the notes in the first place. Um, this guy is talking too much on his own. Like, yeah, if you want to talk, talk, dude. I can hear you. What the fuck? That's not how live chats work. It's kind of supposed to be me talking. um, Ethereum dead? Nah, no. Again, no way. Right? Ethereum, like, is it the best L1 out there? No. But was it 5 years ago when it pumped really hard? No. And also, like I said earlier, Ethereum now dumped with 64% against Bitcoin. Last cycle, it wasn't that, while dumped 89% against Bitcoin. So if it's now that, then it should at least dump harder than that, right? Otherwise, it makes no sense that a dead coin is not going down harder than a coin that's alive. So I'm sorry, I try to not overcomplicate things sometimes, and I think sometimes it maybe makes no sense or it just makes a lot of sense. But yeah, can I get a refund for my crypto losses? Lesson money, bro. If you are in loss on crypto, then you fucked something up really bad because it's really hard to be in a loss in a market where basically the complete market is sitting at an all-time high. So try to learn from that and do it the next cycle over. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Uh, 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 um, you need to start taking money out on the way up. Yeah, like we said, like take your profits. It's very simple. Like, guys, I have my price targets for the altcoin market. My look, and you're gonna be like, fucking retard. My price target my price target. I'm a price target, man. My price target for the altcoin market is around 3 trillion. But at 2.5 trillion, it's not that I'm not already selling or anything, right? Like, of course. So always, like, you can be wrong and still make money, or you can be right and make no money because you don't really like. Yeah, you know what I mean. Have a look at Eve again. Yeah, I looked at Eve a couple times right now, and it's, in my opinion, a great buy. It's getting one of my biggest holdings at the moment. Sol replaced Ethereum this bull run. Yeah, it's controversial, right? On one hand, I understand completely why you're saying that. Everybody's using Sol. On the other hand, Solana still market cap wise nowhere near Ethereum yet, right? And I wonder if that will happen. I mean, Ethereum has the money. It has the best projects on it. Let's be honest. Solana chain is getting one big ass scam bullshit, childish chain right now. It has the first mover advantage. It's the biggest altcoin out there. It's a blue chip, right? It's the blue chip altcoin. So Ethereum has a lot of things that Solana doesn't have. But Solana also has something that Ethereum doesn't have, and that's tag, right? Tag that works. Well, it doesn't always work, but it's at least cheap and fast. And Ethereum is like crazy broken. But then again, every chain is better than Ethereum when it comes to that. And still, they're all nowhere near where Ethereum is. So yeah, crypto doesn't make sense. I mean, how does it make sense that Dogecoin is having a a $50 billion market cap? Like, crypto doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to. But Sol replaced Ethereum. I think next cycle it will still be Bitcoin 1, Ethereum 2. But maybe I'm wrong. You had snow with 7 degrees. Yeah, terrible, right? Terrible. All right, this fun. Trump, obviously, YouTube, if you're watching this, this is not me saying this, I'm quoting, okay? Trump obviously doesn't care about how he looks after moves with like with meme coin. Okay, I get it. It's money first for him, so I think RWA is a real use case. And he own leader Ondo is US products. Okay, I get what you're saying. I agree that eventually people will go to utility because meme coins are crypto is already a bubble, and meme coins are the biggest bubble within that bubble. And it will burst at a certain point. And we see already with Popcat, whatever, down 70-80%, like it's nothing, right? Like, yeah, it makes people a lot of money, but here you go. That's the danger about meme coins as well. And no tech behind it to back it up if it falls. However, yeah, the whole thing about Trump, I don't know. I don't know what the reason is that Trump made this whole thing. I can speculate, but I don't know. Let's talk about our own Web3 whales. Yeah, I have a project called Web3 Whales. We invest in launchpads. You can invest in Web3 Whales, stake it, and get your share of the project. I don't want to shill the project here. That's not my purpose. But if you know, you know. Where do you see PAL going this alt season? Well, up probably. Yeah, if it's going to be a big alt season, then probably everything that's somewhat good goes up, right? And PAL will go with it. I think that yeah, this could be easy $1 billion market cap project actually. Do do you think there will be good pump fun coins that will release today? Like, I don't give shit. Let me show you something. It's not my field, okay? Will there be good coins on pump fun today? Maybe, but if you look at how many tokens are released daily on pump fun, yesterday or whenever the hell, we were sitting at 38,000 tokens in a single day. Okay, almost 40,000 tokens in a single day. The day with the most tokens was nice, 69,000 tokens for one day. Yeah, what you gonna do? Are you gonna buy all 69,000 off of them and make money on one and be rugged with all the others? Right? Doesn't matter if that happens or not. It's not worth it to gamble on it. Pump fun should not exist. I hope it goes down. I hope it dies. It's really terrible. It's adding no value to crypto whatsoever. It makes crypto immature, and people believe that this is what it's all about when you can just buy lottery tickets online as well. You have more luck with that. I have a very clear opinion. It adds nothing to this crypto space. Okay. So yeah, whatever. Disagree with me. I also understand the upside. No, I don't, by the way. Are you bullish in Decubate? Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a good launch pad. I'm gonna wrap it up, man. 1.5 hours. It's enough like this. Let me see the last couple of comments. Bluefin of Sui is getting ready to fly. Yeah, that's a Dex of Sui. I don't know. I bought a little bit. I think Sui could be quite big, but there are more Dexes on Sui. And it's still a question like, what's going to be the winning Dex? Right? That's still the gamble. But I have some Bluefin just in case. Look at Chain GPT. Yeah, I like it. I have it. I talked about it quite a lot actually, and it's a conversation within the community. So I don't know. I think that Chain GPT is gonna run really hard in this market. I sold some here and quite close to the top, luckily, because of the Binance listing. It pumped really hard, and now it's coming down again. Like, of course, that's how it works, and it's going to give us a great buying entry soon, in my opinion. Why it feels like the top is in, or at least another and final mini alt season. Why it feels like the top is in, I don't know, but when it feels like the top is in, it's not, right? So I don't know, man. Okay, yeah. Somebody one more thing. Somebody asked about AI tech. I don't like it that much myself as a launchpad. The allocations are really low, but really, really, really low. Price wise, I mean, if you want to buy it anywhere, then this is the moment. Technically, it can break down, of course, but this was the biggest level since ever. So might be a real opportunity right here. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the chats. It was an honor to be with you guys. Let's do this more often. Let's make it a standard Monday live stream or whatsoever. That would be really nice to do that. I'm also live streaming on X. Last time I thought like, what? YouTube? You're spreading my algorithm thing, but it was just also on Twitter, and apparently, I don't know. But 300 viewers this time. Lovely. See you guys very soon. Please don't forget to like it. Would help me a lot, and yourself as well. Keeps me motivated to whine about this whole stuff in the next cycle again as well. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Bye bye.